So, what exactly is the MSF?
Hey Stana, great question. Hi everyone, this is Robb from Intended Consequences. Today, I'm going to answer the question of what exactly the MSF is, give some insight into what to expect when you take their Basic Rider course, and highlight some of the free resources that they provide. Hit the graphic! So what is the MSF? According to their website, the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, or MSF, is an internationally recognized not-for-profit foundation supported by motorcycle manufacturers that provides leadership to the motorcycle safety community through its expertise, tools, and partnerships. In other words, it's a resource for riders that trains us, educates us, and basically is a leader in motorcycle advocacy and publicity campaigns. Now, I'm not going to highlight everything the MSF does, but instead focus on their most popular training, the Basic Rider Course, or BRC. This is an introductory course which takes place over a couple days and is designed to teach someone who has never even touched a motorcycle how to ride safely and lawfully. Before we talk about the Basic Rider Course, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. BRC costs money. Depending on who and where, it can cost between $200 to $400 per person. That could be a lot of money for some of us. And I understand the temptation to take a bike out to an empty parking lot and teach yourself. And while plenty of folks have learned that way, I gotta say that if you can afford it, it is far better to learn by taking the BRC. So what's it like? For me, I never even touched a motorcycle before signing up, so I was going into it blind. First, I had to take an online class before going to the in-person class. It was mostly common sense stuff, but it gave me a decent place to start from. And don't worry, the instructors go over most of it again your first day anyway, in case you forget anything. After some classroom stuff, out to the bikes. Now, I don't remember exactly what type of bikes we used, but I do remember they were small. Although to someone who had never even sat on a bike before, they still felt kind of intimidating. Anyway, we learned step by step what all the switches and levers do and how to use them. The rest of the day was spent riding in a straight line, braking, and friction zones. Okay, real quick. With motorcycles, the friction zone is used to describe how engaged the engine is with the rear tire. Think of it this way. The color black is fully engaged and white is fully disengaged. Then the friction zone is the gray area in between that allows for a smooth, gentle, and controlled application of power. If you engage power too fast, you'll probably peel out. If you're too slow, you'll probably stall the bike. And this idea of a friction zone works pretty much the same for brakes also. Too little brake, and you don't stop in time. Too much brake, maybe you take a trip over the handlebars, or if you don't have anti-lock brakes, you lock up the tire and skid out of control. Don't feel too bad if it takes a while to figure it out. If my super fast explanation still doesn't make any sense, don't worry. You will spend a lot of time learning and practicing friction zones during the BRC, and then basically for the rest of your motorcycle life. Anyway, the second day of class was filled with more turns, some gear shifting, and some emergency maneuvers before we took the test. Now about the test. Like any test, it was stressful. But the good news is I had done everything required for the test many times throughout the course, so it wasn't too daunting when it finally came time to test out. Now a bit of encouragement. Some of the tasks will come easy, but for pretty much everyone there will be at least one task that feels pretty much impossible. For me, it was the figure 8 turns. For Corinne, it was emergency braking. Listen to your BRC instructors, y'all. They are referred to as rider coaches for a reason. Listen and follow their advice no matter how crazy it might sound. Look where you want to go. Friction zones, counter steering. These are things you're going to hear a lot, and you will come to know all about them in due time. The point is that rider coaches are expert instructors who will work with you and give you on-the-spot tips and advice so that those tasks you really struggle with become easier over time and with more practice. I remember my rider coaches fondly and still keep in touch to this day. They love riding, love teaching others, and they absolutely want you to have the skills and knowledge to ride safely and have a great time doing it. Something else to keep in mind is the Basic Rider Course is taught by MSF, but can be hosted by a variety of institutions. So when you see a Basic Rider Course hosted by your local Harley-Davidson store, for example, it's still the same MSF certification. So it'd be like if you were shopping for a GoPro camera and found one at Walmart, Target, and Best Buy. What matters most is that you're buying a legitimate GoPro camera and less where you buy it from. I hope that makes sense. I only bring it up because it can be a little confusing to new riders searching for their local basic rider course. The point is that it needs to be an MSF certified class, not somebody else. So why does that matter? Well, it matters because some states will allow you to skip the test portion when getting a motorcycle endorsement on your driver's license. Also, some insurance companies provide discounts on motorcycle insurance. This is all state and insurance company specific, so check with yours to see if you qualify. But even if your state and insurance companies stink and don't provide any perks, you're far better off taking the class than not taking it at all. Alright, now on to the free stuff. The last thing I want to say about the MSF is to point out that not everything they provide costs money. In fact, they have loads of information and resources available for free on their website. I could spend an hour talking about everything they have to offer, but I'd rather you check the links below and see for yourself. There's stuff ranging from what type of riding gear to wear, how to ride in a group, even to which specific states require rider education. So if you are interested in becoming a rider, or a new rider, or even an experienced rider, there are fantastic resources available from the MSF which will help you pursue the ride. So that's it. The MSF is the gold standard of motorcycle instruction and resources. There is a reason why the government and most insurance companies hold it in such high regard, and frankly, you should too. I put my money where my mouth is, and I would recommend it to everyone interested in learning motorcycle basics. But it doesn't end there though. Intermediate and experienced riders, there are other courses specifically for you. Now, COVID-19 has delayed my attending MSF's BRC Level 2 for experienced riders, but it is going to happen, and I'll let you know what it's like once I take it. So have you taken the BRC or some other MSF course? What's something you'd recommend to others? Leave those comments below. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and remember, keep the rubber side down, and I'll see you next time.